G'day, trendsetters. You've tuned in to 666 Shit Talk FM. I am your host, NIV, Niv, aka Dump My Corpse, aka Big Dick Slim, aka Metal Mouth Monster. Those last two were made up, but I can do that. This is my show. You guys don't even know me. You don't even fucking know me, you cunts. I am here to entertain you with nothing important, nothing relevant. I don't know anything. I'm just a peasant. I work in the construction industry. I've just sat idle for 30 years thinking that someday I will be worthy. Someday I will make it into Hollywood. This is what I used to think until women started to reveal that you had to suck Harvey Weinstein off to get anywhere. Here I was hoping to just get through based upon good merit and a sense of humor. But it seems like that's not going to happen. I'm not willing to suck off Harvey Weinstein. I would fuck a woman to get famous. Maybe even an ugly one like Cher. Maybe Oprah. I'd fuck Oprah for a handful of peanuts, honestly. Just to say I have, and hopefully make my way into her will like a slimy little rat. But obviously her bodyguard team is not going to let me get close enough to even start the courting process on her, which would be, the pretty straightforward general, hey baby, what's up? What up, black sugar? That booty poppin', girl. Most bitches love that, honestly. Actually, I got a girl from KFC. She was of Sudanese descent. I actually got her. I wrote my number on a greasy chicken box one day. After talking to her, obviously. So, we had our chats. I sat down, slammed out the chicken like a starving dog. Or like a fat middle-aged man. Wolfed it down. A 3-piece feed, which comes with a bread roll, 3 pieces of chicken, and chips, potato, and gravy. I would have been done by the 3-minute mark, honestly. She's obviously seen that and been impressed. So I've jotted down my name and number and a cute little message on the grease-stained box. Ripped it, left it with all the mess, knowing full well that she would be the one to clean it. And sure enough, she was. And double sure enough, she texted me about 4 hours later, that same night. Oh boy, is she a fucking cutie, I tell you. My plan, like as soon as I received the text, I'm thinking long term. Alright, I can start to, we're going to have children. They're going to be of a brownie color. I'm probably going to have to deal with her relatives. They're not going to be too down with me. So I'm going to have to prove that I can fit in with what they're doing. So, obviously I'd go back to early 2000s Eminem style of dressing. I would, keep it fresh, keep it real. I would fit in really nicely. She would start to think I'm a fly guy. I'd have to, behind closed doors, I'd have to give her a few stiff ones just to keep her in line because I'm sure she's got a bit of sass. Anyway, all of this planning is for nothing, was for nothing. Nothing happened. I never even met her again, which is a damn shame because I tell you what, my dick was hungry for that shit. But sure enough, back to Tinder for me. It's a tough game. The Tinder game's quite tough. You know, you can just sit there out for endlessly, swiping right until your daily limit has been exceeded. Rinse and repeat. I'd be lucky to get a match once a week. Not to say I've taken it that seriously. I usually give it a go for 2-3 weeks and then I'm off it for months. Occasionally, you know, you find a woman that likes you for who you are. You know, can see your bank account statement on your fucking lips somehow. Who knows, man? Some of these girls, man, they just know. They know I'm rich. They know I'm forking out big dollars for these Rode RODE mic setups. You know, with the pop filter. It's like a meshy front part. You know, we spending big, man. This podcast is gonna be serious. These bitches, they know that. They can see that on my face occasionally. It gets them nowhere. I'm a very economically savvy type of dude. You know, I'm a sharing guy. I will share, but I won't give. You want something? Dance, motherfucker. That's my saying. Dance, motherfucker. I say it too, and some bitches learn to dance. They shuffle. Some hit it with the Michael Flatley shit. It just depends how keen they are, you know. I'm getting to an age where it's not just about the physical encounters anymore. It's more about the cooking and cleaning as well. Sorry. Oh man, I should rename this podcast to Cisgendered Scum, right? That's all I am. Just another cisgendered fucking dipshit. A cisgendered dipshit. Oh man, what the fuck does that even mean? It means single straight male or woman, I guess. Cisgendered does. The first person that actually told me that was a girl who was an escort, aka prostitute, as well as a stripper. I never fucked her, just used to speak to her for a minute. She was the one that introduced the cisgender phenomenon to me. In between sentences of her wishing she was dead and wanting to get out of the escort business, her other concern in life was cisgendered males. The same cisgendered males that pay her for her time, you know, throw money at her for her pussy. They're scum. They're fucking scum. I kind of get it though. I hate my boss too, but I don't fuck him. I mean, it's more than one boss. I work for a pretty big company. Man, I get it, but then I don't. Like, you could just stop fucking, man. You could, I feel like in the sex industry, you could, if you're relatively attractive, you don't really have to fuck men. You could probably start a side chapter where you dress in leather and punt dudes in the cock. You know, one of those fetish type of deals. Or fucking ride him like last year's Derby Cup winner with whips and paddles and shit. I feel like women could get by on that sort of movement, but instead they're too busy managing their Tumblr during the day and fucking themselves into an AIDS coma by night. But that money is good money because it's taking from businessmen and then being recycled into the local bar and Xanax scene, I guess. Let's keep the pharmaceutical industry alive, guys. Support your local prostitute and drink another beer. Ah, man, refreshing. So that's it for my rant on sexuality. Let's never talk about that again. Never, never, ever, ever. This is just an introduction. What I'm gonna do now is lead into an interview I have had with a good friend of mine. You'll hear later. Fuck, man. How long should this go for? 2 hours? 1 hour? I don't know. Leave your suggestions in the comments. Let's keep this as a filler, suggestion podcast. So this is just me talking useless spouts of information that are not factual. The only information you are getting from this is that I'm a fucking idiot. I am an idiot. I'm guessing most of you that have tuned in have seen me on Lush Sucks streams. For those of you that don't know, I also we used to work on a few video projects back in the day. We did the Mr. Squiggle thing together, along with another guy who edited it, as well as the Pimp My Piece thing we did. Fuck, man, he's done a lot of videos. I was involved in a few of them in one way or another. He's a good cat, man. A good friend of mine. Very talented individual. So it's I'm not doing what he's doing. I used to paint. I'm no good at it. There's no way I have the fucking talent he does. I tried to keep up with it. Painting's not for me. I enjoy the rush of the graffiti aspect, but art-wise, I'm just a shit cunt. So I yield. I yield to the graffiti gods. No more. I may still dabble in stickers and drunken tags in pubs occasionally, but as for spray paint, I think I'm done for the time being. Unless Montana wants to sponsor me, that'd be cool. So yeah, you probably know me through him, unless of course, I've been doing this for a year now, and you've dove back to see where it all began. I'm just going to assume that a year from now I'm going to be hot shit, hot boy material. I feel like I have the creativity to drag this out for a year, but there are many other factors to decide whether or not I do this on a regular basis. I mean, who knows? I could get doxxed eventually. I could get assassinated. I could be... You never know, man. Anything could happen, right? The American government has announced that they have, in fact, found alien technology. I'm not sure if it's technology, actually. I think it's just a piece of metal, which they've held at Area 51 for quite some time now. So what's to say that that doesn't get transformed into some Independence Day style bombing scenario with a fucking ion cannon, and me and 5 others don't make it through? Who knows? the only guy with the ability to travel through time would be Marty McFly, and what the fuck does he know? He's just a shaky little prick now. These days, all he does is shake. Give that man a maraca, start a band. You know, you put him at a Mexican restaurant, and he'll tear shit up with a maraca in his hand. What the fuck am I talking about? All right, let's get to this interview. This is I'm not sure who I'll choose, as I've done 3 interviews at this current point in time. 1 was good, 2 were not. I blame myself on the 2 shitty ones. I'm still a rookie. I don't really understand the concept of recording audio, as you can tell by this recording. But I'll keep trying to learn, and I will keep trying to keep you entertained. You know, I'm trying my best. I'm really glad that you've tuned in, downloaded this, streaming this, whatever you're doing. I really appreciate it. Please leave me feedback. Get on the Discord. You know, post some news articles. Share facts amongst each other. That's what I really want to see done. I really want, you know, it's like there's so many people floating through life these days that boast on how they don't read newspapers, on how they don't keep up to date with news, on how they don't own TVs. I don't own a fucking TV. I don't read newspapers, but I try and keep up to date with what's going on via either social media or you know, Japanese origami websites. They are my favorite for news content. So let's keep that shit going. Let's start an enclave, you know. Let's start a sect. Let's start some Charlie Manson-esque thing, minus the mass murder, of course. Let's just start a little clique where we share information amongst each other and we grow as people. I think that is what, you know, no one's gonna be harmed through information sharing. Unless, of course, you think statistical data is racist, then maybe this isn't the place for you. Maybe you should scoot on back to fucking Tumblr or whatever else you use. But either way, don't waste my time. So yeah, hit me up for the Discord. Hit me up with suggestions. And if you see me on the street, hit me up with that left hook. I wouldn't mind a fight. Do like a fight. Especially orchestrated fights. So this interview is from a friend of mine who also enjoys fights. I think I'm going to choose the man, the myth, the legend, Cody Swift. So thank you for listening up to this point in time, and I hope you enjoy the interview. It is very wrestling heavy, so if it's not for you, listen anyway, because the guy's a fucking gentleman, I tell you. You might not understand some of the terminology, but bear with the guy. I mean, I never really explained what the fuck I was doing. To him, he probably thought I was running a wrestling podcast, but really all I'm doing is touching base with cats that I've met through my lifetime that I think are interesting people. He is one of them. So I hope you enjoy it. I really do. You know, give him props, man. Give the guy props. He's been in the industry 8 years. He is a legend. So here he is. So this is an interview with independent Australian wrestler Cody Swift. It started off with technical difficulties. You haven't missed a lot. The start of the interview is halfway through a sentence. Hopefully this isn't too confusing for you. If it is, you should probably go get tested for autism and other deficiencies in your mind. So sit tight and enjoy Cody Swift.
Go up to him and shoot. I just ran, like, I looked up and he was like right there in my face. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my god, it's Rob Feinstein.
This is when you were in the States?
Yes. It was. I went to CZW. When I went to the actual show, he was there. He was selling merch. He had like a Feinstein merch stand. Yeah, and I think his brother was on the show as well.
What?
He's just.
Did you go over there to train specifically with CZW?
Yeah, I did. I wrestled over there. Yeah, I wrestled one show for them.
So
it's just one of the.
What was
the
dojo
show though?
What did you have to do to get in on the show?
Like I went there. I was staying in a little town in New Jersey that was 40 minutes from their training school, which their training school's in Blackwood, New Jersey. I was staying in Bordentown, New Jersey, which is like I said, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
We wanted to just go over and train. This was Tyler Frost and I, my mate. We, obviously caught the Uber all the way over there and got rolling around, and very similar to like I guess how we train with Wolf down here. Adapting to it. There was a mix of experienced people and obviously newer kids. It was just on a Tuesday. This was just a Tuesday night. It was freezing cold because it was winter when we were there. We trained. The former commentator, I think his name's Alfie, who he got glasses. He used to be a commentator at CZW. Now I think he's like just a part booker. He saw us and he was like, "Oh, hey, I'd like to have you guys on a Dojo War show, which is actually tomorrow night, which was the Wednesday night."
Okay.
He's like, "I'd like to have you work this." He's like to Tyler, "I've got someone I'd like you to work. She's new. She was a girl." She's like, "Yeah, she's only had a couple matches, but she's really good. She's got some charisma and she does some cool moves. I think you can have a good match with her." And he's like to me, he's like, "You, I'd like to put you with this guy who I trained with that night. It's funny. It was really he just looked like the most average Joe. He didn't really look like a wrestling type. He just looked like a normal person, but he kind of looked like I actually said to him after, I said he kind of looked like Fedor Emelianenko, but like maybe his dad looked like his dad, Fedor's dad.
Oh shit, man, that'd be fucking scary.
It's a coincidence actually, because he said he was Luke Rockhold's like second cousin to that, and his name was legit. His name was John Rockhold.
Fuck.
So I guess he's got semi evidence to prove that. But regardless, his gimmick was he was like Angry Dad. Legit, his name was the Angry Dad, John Rockhold.
That's sick.
Yeah, and every week at the show, he'd have a new like stepson, and he'd get angry at him, and then at the end of the match, he'd pull his belt off, and then the kid would run off.
That's hilarious.
He's like, I'd like you to be his stepson this week. He gave you were born, and then your mum and you moved to Australia, and you never saw you again. Now you're back to tag with your stepdad from Australia, yeah. And then he's like, I'd like to put you with one of our other kids you just trained with there. He wrestles under a mask, and he's going to tag with Connor Claxton.
Fuck, that's amazing, man.
Mm.
That's such a complex gimmick, though, huh? How do you do that every show?
It is. It was weird, and it's funny what the guy said. He said it's kind of he's like it's really silly, but it gets over for some reason, so we stuck with it.
Yeah, right.
And I did experience that. Yeah, we came out. It was very like I guess it was very underground. Like it was just like I said, day night. Entry was $5. There was maybe like 17, 20 people there, but that's what it's experience. It's got nothing to do with.
Do they film it?
Yeah, they do. They film everyone and they just upload it on YouTube. Just type in Dojo Wars 156 or whichever one they're at now. When I was there, I think it was like 100. It was in the teens.
Yeah,
I think I was on 114, but you probably don't want to tune in. That was a pretty shit match. But it was good.
I'll check it out, man.
Yeah, it was. They even got my name wrong on it. If you look on the card, it's they called me Cody Swift, but whatever.
Oh shit!
It was
one for that, man.
Yeah, I know. It was 114 from my memory.
Was it the fucking? I swear, the only dojo thing I've seen was Jun Kasai getting powerbombed to the outside onto like a razor blade board or something.
Ooh.
This was long ago, man. Like he had bleached hair.
Yeah, okay.
And you would see it in the intro videos occasionally, and his
Yeah,
back
no,
was
I know
just
that's where that was like what made him that incident. I know what you're talking about. It was
Yeah.
was it with Justice Payne and Kashmir?
I have no idea, man.
I think that was that infamous moment. It was uneffing believable 2001. I think that's what you're thinking of.
Right. So it wasn't Dojo.
Yeah, no, it was. This was like 2001. I've actually got the DVD right here next to me.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was uneffing believable 2000. It was the 14th of. I'm looking at it right now. 14th of whatever the fourth month is. What, April 2001. Yeah, he had bleached hair, pants, and he had like the tail at the time. And this is when he was a nobody, because Zandig was the one who like said, "Oh, I want Kasai. I think he's going to be the next big guy." And I guess Big Japan listened to him, and then look who he is now.
Man, yeah. I saw that guy when I was in Japan last, because I managed to catch a BJW show.
Oh, no way. When were you over there?
I think it's about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Oh, shit. So
I'm out front of the Tokyo Dome, and he's come in, and he's got a singlet on.
Yeah.
And he's just a fucking human scar, man.
Yeah. Did you see him when he came down here?
Nah, I didn't.
A couple months ago? I did. And, yeah, I drove my way up on a Friday night and, got in. It was great. Oh, of course it's going to be great. You know, it's him and Mad Dog.
Yeah.
One of the best wrestlers in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, that match. And
I love the way Mad Dog's like the go-to hardcore guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, exactly. But it's not even hardcore. It's anything. Go-to anything. He's like one of the best technical wrestlers.
Yeah, right. That's amazing.
Yeah, my best matches I've had have been with him. I've had a few of them now with him.
Yeah.
My first death match I did was with him, if you want to call it that, really. It was like a barbed wire boards match. But when I say that, I mean barbed wire board. There was one. Yeah. But still, we did, like, we had tons of other weapons, like chairs and that. And I got scoop slammed in the car park out the front. That fucking sucked.
Nice.
It was good, though. Got a massive pop like that.
Yeah.
And then, then just for writing a receipt, I just backdropped him on the concrete after that. So that was good fun.
Oh, man, that's gotta hurt.
Great match though, that one.
Well, when did you debut anyway?
Like, my first ever match was August 2010. I actually remember when I was getting ready, when we were like all in the locker room and the show like was, I guess the doors were open and that. I remember the trainer was like, "Oh, Lance Cade just died." So that's when it happened. That's when my debut was, when Lance Cade passed away, which was 2010. August sometime.
Right.
I know. Fact that doesn't really mean anything.
What was that?
Oh, it was PCW.
PCW.
Yeah, but back when they were in Hallam, that they're in Ferntree Gully now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I've only ever had bad dealings with that company.
Oh, oh really? You don't say.
I never had much to do with it. Like I tried training when I was about 15.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
They were running those
back
boot camps.
Days, yeah, when they did the camps. Who was training then?
No idea, man. Because like I'd put down the deposit for the camp and waited, and then they fucking canned it.
Oh, okay.
And then that went on for like a year. Every school holidays, they just kept canning it, and then it got to the point where it's like, all right, I want my fucking money back.
Yeah, give me my money back, jeez.
That was so fucking hard to deal with, man.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, I would probably be a different person today had I have started it. Don't know if it would be better or worse.
Yeah, maybe we don't know. Maybe there was never a TVW if that happened.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Maybe.
Who the fuck knows? It's probably for the best. Like no one seems to have anything good to say.
Yeah, they're doing really good now. They got a really good venue as far as I hear.
Yeah, right.
International salt things, which is great. Oh, they'd only be making money, which is good. That's what you want to do in wrestling, of course, is make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very good business-wise, those guys. They've got a really good thing going on.
I mean, they've been around a while, huh?
Yeah, well, they had that break. They've been saying, I think they were saying they were like 20 years strong, but they did have I think they had their 20-year anniversary. I think it was like last year or something. But they had like a 2-year break where they just closed all operations from, I think it was like 2007 to 2010, because they just when I first started training there early 2010, that's when they just reopened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they were closed for a couple of years.
So what, they went through a reshuffle in management, or?
No, I think maybe just the owner was burnt out, maybe, because
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure the Fed started in like 98 or 99. I'm going to say probably 99. And
Yep.
then they went for a full, like, nearly 10 years. And I don't know, maybe, management fell through on that, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, as far as I know, they were closed for 2 years. And then, yeah, they reopened. Because I actually trained with a guy who, I think he did a couple sessions right before they closed. And then they closed. And then, I guess 2 years later, he was back at it again, training.
I might have to drag someone from PCW in for an interview sometime.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to think if they would let the person do it though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kind of strict.
Oh, they can be, I guess. Well, it's been a long time since I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I drove out about an hour and a half to see a show. This is going back 6-7 years, and
Yeah. Okay, that could have been when I was. Oh, yeah. If you're saying 6-7 years, that's probably when I was in the mix there. Yeah, definitely.
I really don't remember what the card was. I just remember one match, which was like a battle royale softcore match.
Yeah, they did that. They went through that phase because it was with I think it was their like
It's fucking garbage, man.
their work president of the show. Like, it was just the work, but he was like the president of the company. It was the Mr. Big, the dwarf.
He was around.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of that softcore matches and that with like pool noodles and like sort of thumbtacks.
Pool noodles, man.
Tic Tacs, yeah.
I'm like, fuck this.
Stuff.
This is garbage.
Yeah.
I'm never coming back.
Yeah, they did that. What was it? Carnage Cup 2 years ago. They had a softcore battle royal. That was pretty funny. But cause they had like, I don't know if you saw it. They had like all different like characters. Like they had like a mock character of sort of like. They had this guy who looked like Necro Butcher, but they called him the Nacho Butcher. And he came out with Doritos and that, and his shirt, instead of saying "Choose Death," it said "Cheese Death."
Yeah,
and all that. That was good fun.
Yeah, that stuff works occasionally.
It does, but yeah, if that's your selling point,
Yeah.
When you're trying to make a fake sport look real, but that's not going to help it. Getting hit with pool noodles and selling it and that.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the Public Enemy problem as well, because I remember they were doing that stuff like in the late 90s when they went to WCW, and they looked stupid, but they were getting hit with like all these pool toys and pool noodles and that, and they were selling it and that.
Man, what a shame.
Yeah, they were so good.
So you're talking about making money in wrestling.
Yeah.
Do you see it as a lucrative hobby?
Oh, it is. We're talking Australian wrestling here, yeah. Definitely a hobby. Not a lot of money in it. Like, I live ages away from pretty much any show, so I'm like probably an hour to an hour and a half to 2 hours in the car to just go to the show, and then, it's good fun, though. You're with the boys and having good... You're doing what you love, of course. You love wrestling.
I don't like the way a lot of these promoters exploit that. Like, they know that you're happy to hang out and do it for fuck all, like a handful of peanuts.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And, you can see that they're flipping a bit of money. There's like, 60, 70, 80 people coming through the door paying 20 each.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
To pay the boys $20 a piece, like, it's fucking insulting, man.
Yeah, it can be to a degree. Yeah, but I consider I look at like for that in that instance, if I'm getting a 20, I look at that as being thankful, because the first 4 years of my career I didn't get paid at all, and I'm wrestling every weekend for 4 years straight.
Yeah, right.
I didn't get paid anything.
Yeah, fuck, man.
Yeah, I think that was back when I was grateful and just sucked it up because I was green as a piece of grass in springtime.
Yeah. That was the thing with, like, backyard wrestling is, no one got paid. It actually cost us to run a lot of it.
Yeah, of course. But it's like a club, I guess,
Yeah.
You're for all people who have the same interest, like the same stuff, and you're there for each other, pretty much.
And it just kind of eliminates the politics when there's no money changing hands
it does. Yeah, and everyone's friends, everyone's good with each other. Yeah.
Not always, man. Like, there was still a bit
I
of
guess,
drama in the
yeah.
air, but you get that with large groups of people, I guess.
You do. Oh, of course. Of course, you're not going to get people that, see eye to eye or
Yeah.
agree on the same stuff. But, yeah.
You never
I,
had anything to do with backyard wrestling, right?
I wish, man. I wish. Because it looks nothing but fun. I used to backyard with my mates, but, like, they weren't even into wrestling. They just, what are we going to do? And I lived on a lot of property ages ago.
Yeah.
And I had an Olympic trampoline. I still have it. It's in my backyard. It's like 20 years old. Olympic-sized trampoline. And my mates and I would stack mattresses underneath the actual trampoline because if you like rock bottom someone on the trampoline, you just fly back. It was too bouncy. So we'd put like mattresses underneath the trampolines, and then we'd just do like all suplexes and all different stuff on it, and then you wouldn't bounce off. That was good fun. And then we wanted to like try be hardcore, so we did like getting sort of tables, or just like cardboard boxes. We'd slam each other through those, and then
That's always fun.
oh, it is. And then I remember I side effected someone onto a box, and I got stuffed. Like the box shifted a bit, and then the corner of the box went right on my back, and then oh man, I was like, oh, and, like I did the move, so yeah, that sucked. And then I had a massive ladder at the time. I remember I climbed up it once. My mate pushed me off it, and I went through like a whole stack of boxes. That was good fun, but
Nice.
nothing serious, nothing really crazy like that. Well, once at my old place, we took down a door, and then I put it up on some like wooden horses, like where you put like cut timbers on and that. And I asked my dad to choke slam me through it. That was good fun. Yeah.
No worries, son.
Yeah. Oh, he used to think that was funny.
That's sick.
Yeah. And yeah, I wish I was a part of backyard wrestling.
We
wish.
used to look down on kids that use trampolines.
Oh yeah, I would as well. Yeah.
We were always the bad boys, and
with tires and road signs.
Fuck, man, yeah. I think my theory was to just train on and like something hard as fuck. That way,
yeah.
When you got your show going, it's gonna be like heaven landing on
yeah.
a ring.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it worked, man. I think it turned a few dudes into straight stone cold killers.
Into men, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where men was made, in the yard.
But I feel sorry for the boys because, I got straight into CZW and I was trying to emulate that shit.
Yeah,
right
okay.
off the bat, man.
You're like, yeah, come here, Bomberry, take the spine adjuster, yeah.
Oh, man.
All that. And then you did the Colt 45 back then, I remember.
Yeah, that used to fucking hurt me more than anyone else,
Yeah, I can
man.
imagine. I look at that move, because I have a history of back problems. I'm like, that would seriously hurt.
Yeah, it would like compress my spine in ways that shouldn't happen, man.
Yeah.
What are your back problems? They're from wrestling or just life?
Before wrestling. I don't know what it's from. Maybe it could be a mix. Could be a mixture of posture. Could be, I don't know.
Your posture's not too bad, man.
Not bad. Well, you wouldn't want it to be bad. Like for me, especially, I'm only like 5'9" or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I actually had problems with it going before wrestling. So yeah, 10+ years ago. And then it's still good now. It's good now. Like I find if I'm in the gym every day, just maintaining it, I don't have problems. Or it's just when I miss gym, then I start having problems. Like I might bend over and like the wrong way, pick something up, and I can't really do that because I work in a warehouse. I got to pick up toilets and all that, and sinks and basins and that, and can easily just slip a disc or something like that.
Damn, you got to get the work safe in there, man.
Yeah, I reckon.
That really is a generational problem with this bad posture thing, like computers is such a thing.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And
I'm hunched over right now, fucking using my laptop.
Yeah.
Looking like a mongoloid.
Yeah, I've got a couch in my room. I'm sitting on it now, and it's like just some shitty IKEA one, and it's just shit, and the thing you sit on slips out, and this just makes you like just slouch on it. So yeah, definitely not good for the posture either.
Once I can turn this radio thing into a lucrative thing, I'll fork out on some pimp ass couches and
oh, definitely.
I'll get a little love studio cracking.
Yeah, and then of course when you finish doing the podcast, you just have your own casting couch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Niven does.
we'll bring the girls through and
Yeah.
see what they've got.
I'd volunteer. Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's my plan. That's my retirement plan, is to start filming porn.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know, man.
Problem is, as soon as if you know me did that, then there goes WWE. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the dream. You want to get to WWE. Yeah.
What do you think your chances are of getting to WWE?
Probably slim.
Why is that?
I don't know. Like, I do a lot of stuff that other people do. It's not like, do I do a lot of stuff that other people don't do? Not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
What the hell's your finisher anyway?
Oh, it's shooting star press, and then that's the one that's the main one. But I only pull it off every now and then because the one of the main feds I work at, the roof isn't high enough, so I can't even really do it. And I used to do it off the second rope, but I'd always, like Brock Lesnar, literally do it. Once I actually did it, and then you hear Zayn right next to the hard cam, he's like, "Oh, Brock Lesnar." Yeah. So there's that, and then I stole, like, my favourite wrestler ever, probably. I stole his finisher. He's actually a backyard wrestler, which is funny enough. I stole his finish, which I'm surprised I can even do. It's like a inverted go to sleep. So you got someone in a torture rack, and then you flip them down and knee them on the way down, so into a knee strike.
Damn.
And then, I do the Technico, and I like to call it the CZW 2004, which is just, like, if you look at it now, it's Leo Rush's finisher.
Oh, the Spanish Fly?
Yeah. Nah, it's Spinning Impaler. It was also known as, like, Derek Frazier used to do it, like, back to CCW 2004. And then another yarder I watched used to do it, and that was really it. So it's pretty much like the I'm Prettier, and then you just spin. You both spin.
Oh,
you got someone in the Prettier, and then, spin.
Who was doing that shit? CJ Phoenix?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah.
I think he was.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah. I've only mucked it up once, so that's good odds. I've done it for ages now, and I've only mucked it up once.
Fuck, man. I think I've taken it once, and I smashed my face.
I think I honestly reckon it's easier to take than to give.
Yeah, right.
Because if you're giving it, then you got to bloody, determine. Like, some people prefer to spin on the right. Myself, I prefer to spin on the left. I do one test and then go. That's it.
Yeah,
and
right.
Some people, the one time. Like I said, I mucked it up. That was my bad because I think I was just having a dyslexic day, and I just somehow spun the wrong way, and then the guy landed on top of me, and I was like, "Oh god, I feel like a piece of shit."
I like how you just fucked up the word dyslexic.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I really can't. Yeah.
Don't worry, man.
Exactly.
We'll
I was hoping you weren't going to pick that up.
No, I'm sorry, man. I did, and this interview's over.
Oh, that's a shame.
Nah, let's keep going.
Sick.
Alright, so
those are my finishes.
What about entrance themes? Have you always stuck with the same entrance theme?
I've changed them over the time, but the one I've got at the moment I've had for the longest. I've had for 5 years. So the years prior to that, I was switched between because when I first started, I used to love Avenged Sevenfold.
Right.
And one thing I don't like is I don't like small wrestlers like myself coming out to heavy metal, and I even knew this back in the day, but I didn't care. I just loved Avenged Sevenfold so much. I'm like, I must come out to one of their themes. So I came out to, I think it was the Chapter 4 song. Yeah, I came out to that when I first started. Then pretty much after that, it was all just anything Linkin Park, just because, I don't know.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chester. So then it was, coincidentally enough, Faint by Linkin Park, which was JC Bailey's theme for years.
Oh, really?
So I used that.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, JC.
Fuck, I'll be saying that a lot.
Taken too soon.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what happens when you smoke a lot of crack, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, the stories you hear, and even Mad Dog was touring with him in BJW in 2006. He said he would raid everyone's bags and that to take their pills and that.
Oh, really? Damn.
Apparently.
That's a shame, man.
Yeah, and stuff like that. In his shoot, he has a shoot. It's actually good. It was actually shot a week past.
Wait up, man. Repeat that. You've just cut out a bit.
Oh yeah, I was saying in his shoot interview, he goes off the record and says some of his like drug use and that. And
Okay.
the shoot interview was actually shot. It was shot a week before he passed.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and like I remember Technico and I repeat the line. We just repeat what he says all the time, and he's just like, you know, me, Buddy Landau, running up to the show, and I'm 14 years old. I'm in the back of the car, I'm eating shoulders. I'm just eating shoulders, and I'm 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a drop kick, or wasn't neglected as a child. I was just a average white collar American family growing up in the suburbs, but I like to get high is my problem. You know what I'm saying? That's literally like, I remember when they released the trailer for that. That's the line they showed.
Oh,
they
man.
just and yeah, like if you deciphered what I said there, I tried to put my best JC voice on. He apparently, when he's 14 years old, just eating Solners and on the way to the show and that stuff like that.
So he's got this deep,
he's
southern
from
accent.
He's from Kentucky. Yeah, he's from Kentucky. And his father actually passed away, I think maybe 2-3 years ago.
Rest in peace.
And rest in peace, Joe Bailey. He was a promoter for Bad to the Bone Wrestling for years.
Bad to the Bone Wrestling? I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Bad to the Bone Wrestling.
The only southern wrestling I ever got into was Mid-South. And
Mid-South, and then if you want to go even further, maybe Deep South, but I only tuned in when they had their Carnage Cup every year.
Oh, yeah, I'm yet to watch a whole Carnage Cup, and I think I've seen one Deep South event, and it was not that good.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem with them. Like, they went through stages where they were really good. If you're going to watch any Carnage Cup, watch Carnage Cup 5. That was easily the best one, because they had the most, they had the best people on that card. It was just, like, the least shit people were on that card. Like, in the finals was Sexy Eddie and Thumbtack Jack. What could go wrong? They're two amazing talents right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How many people do they cram into that tournament?
A lot. And they usually, I think they had their rookies, and they'd usually do, like, a battle royal or something before.
I could never really accept anything more than 8 people in a tournament.
Oh, I know, yeah. I've actually got it right. Looking here, 9 people in the tournament, so they did 3 one-on-ones, and then they did a 3-way.
Right.
Yeah,
man.
So they nearly got it right, but I'm looking at everyone in here. Everyone's really strong in the actual tournament. Like the weakest is probably, I don't know, maybe like Freak Show, or even though I thought Freak Show was good for a big dude. I thought he had something different. I thought.
I never really saw much of him, but I know the name.
Yeah, and then also one that also catches my eye is Christian Faith.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who doesn't know who he is now,
RSP.
He was RSP. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He's the man, dude. I remember, we looked up to him when we were yachting, because
that's crazy.
They had their GCW. Was it GCW or GEW?
Yeah, I think.
Garbage Everywhere Wrestling, they would call it. And they would do some wild shit, man.
Yeah. No, he's still today. He takes crazy bumps, like a superplex on the upside down chairs.
Yeah. He's a freak.
That makes me cringe, but he's so good. RSP. He's easily one of my favourite deathmatch guys.
Yeah, and he's been doing it a while, huh?
Yeah, he has. Yeah,
with his tag team, Vincent Nothing, they were doing some wild shit.
Yeah.
Gangster, man.
I was gonna say I met him, but I didn't. Kind of like the Rob Feinstein thing we were talking about before. He was just there. I didn't have a conversation with him. He walked right past me. He was like a foot away from me. He's huge. I couldn't believe how big he was.
He's like 6'2".
Yeah, easily 6'2".
Yeah.
And he'd probably be, maybe like 240 pounds.
Yeah, right.
Big boy. And yeah, he just wrestled just a normal one-on-one match with Dave Chris. And then the week before he wrestled in a House of Horrors with John Wayne Murdoch, and he still had all the gusset plate, just marks all over him.
Oh, damn.
And that, yeah.
Have you ever used gusset plates in a match?
No, I haven't.
Fuck, man. They look super savage,
They look ugly, yeah. I reckon it's one of the things where it doesn't look like it would hurt, but the thing is that much they go that deep into you, and there's that many holes. That's why there's so much blood comes out. I reckon.
Yeah. I mean, and they're barbed, and they've got that fucking arrowhead where they're made to stick into wood and not come out.
Yeah.
It's fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah. Whoever thought of that idea can go to... I was Masada. Yeah. I think Masada was a...
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, we just dropped out for a moment. Sorry, I have pretty bad coverage here in Tyab.
It's alright, man. It's good so far. There's a bit of lag, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I wonder what's next for deathmatch wrestling, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, they've already done... As far as I'm concerned, the limit is using syringes. That's too far.
It is. Syringes, yeah. Syringes or gusset plates, maybe to a degree.
Then, you look back, man, in the 90s, they were using, pools of fucking lobsters and piranhas.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I remember the first time IWA did that. It was a massive letdown. They're like, King of the Death Matches finals 2002 was Necro, and one of my favourites, Nate Webb. Yeah. They're like, Caribbean Spider.
I think I saw that.
With pits of lobsters, and everyone was, lobsters. That's, but they fucked up.
They looked sick, man.
Ian bought the lobsters and then put them in the pool, but he put them in fresh water, so they died. They're supposed to be in salt water, so by the time the match happened, they were dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I remember that. They'd picked one up, and it was still alive, but it was fucking nearly gone, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Petey. I think that's what Prazak called one of them. But yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember Necro got hit over the head with it just broke, and then Nate Webb got one put under his shirt. Then Necro hit it with a chair. Yeah. Man,
imagine if the RSPCA caught wind of that.
Oh yeah, if that was over.
Ian would love that if a bunch of greenies picketed Mid-South.
They would, yeah. Big publicity. Did you hear they're closing next month?
Oh yeah, when was that?
Yeah.
The year 2000.
No, I mean, next month, February 2018, they're closing their doors.
For a month or so.
Not forever, supposedly.
Man, you know how many times I've read that?
Yeah, I know. I've read it a lot of times. You know, if you've got on Facebook, he does a massive paragraph when something goes on, and he was just saying how he doesn't reckon he can keep IWA going and all that. And I'm like, they must be getting a bit of money because he's booking Michael Elgin all the time.
And he's got Jimmy Jacobs floating in and out, right?
Exactly, yeah. They got Dave Chris and all that.
I feel like he's just tapping into that nostalgic thing. He's getting these guys coming back that, just want to say hi and...
Maybe just want to help the guys out, the younger guys maybe who he's working up on.
Yeah, perhaps, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, it's like what Osprey's doing here, yeah?
Yeah, very much like what he's doing here.
I just read before that he's booked for Brisbane.
Yeah, Queensland promotion. Yeah,
it's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
Venom Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, that's it. Venom. Yeah.
What would be your favourite fed that you've worked for in this country?
In this country.
NAW.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. Probably maybe MCW.
They're probably the hottest, right?
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt.
Them,
Platinum was good fun when they did shows.
Out this way, right? Out in Werribee.
Yeah. They were doing the first lot of ones. Yeah, were just in Hoppers Crossing.
Huh, nice.
My gym, which actually Orlando Jordan co-owns now, which is funny enough. And then, they were constantly doing the shows at Hotel 520.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've never been, honestly.
Yeah. Now and then they moved to the Italian Sports Centre. That's a good venue, that one.
Where's that?
That's Werribee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So when was the last time they ran a show out there?
It was early last year. I think they only did 3 last year. 3 shows. They did the January one, which I was on, the February one, which I was on again, and then the March one was their last one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I might
And
have
then-
to check that out.
Yeah, and then I heard one of the other promoters who I work for, Ron was like, I might not be able to make that date, and then he said, oh, if this is for Platinum, they've cancelled their show. So I think maybe they tried to put another show on, but it maybe didn't work out for them. I'm not too sure. I don't know.
I mean, these guys must get. I'm guessing they don't get the ticket sales they want to see, and
Yeah,
just
something like that. It must be hard though, running a Fed, and actually trying to draw money and all
can
that.
imagine, man.
I've seen I've seen many come. There's been many that have come, and there's been many that's gone.
Yeah,
I used to work for one. They folded last year, and I think they were around for a most just touching a year.
right.
Just touching a year, and they got they moved venues a lot of the time, and then we thought they were doing all right at one stage, but no, apparently they weren't, and then they folded.
Yeah, it's a shame, right? It's just the industry.
It is. It's not. It's the thing is, it's not that big over in Australia than it is America. But the thing is, you very well can get massive crowds in Australia. You just got to, I guess, do the right promoting. You got to, if you book internationals, look at BCW. They get tons of people every time because they're getting. Obviously, they're doing the right promoting. You got real smart people, obviously, behind the scenes, and they get internationals all the time. That's going to bring in people, so they're geniuses.
Yeah, right. I've never been to a BCW, but it does seem like they fill up their arenas.
Yeah, they got a pretty good venue, and it's in a really good spot. Like I think they're in more of a central location where a lot of people even if they're not hardcore wrestling fans, they're like, oh, it's not that far. It's close enough for me to just go and check what's out. Then they go there, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. I'm coming back.
To me, I see the word Burwood, and I think, fuck, that's too far.
Yeah, I think that as well, because look, I'm way down in the south here.
Yeah. Yeah,
in rural South Victoria.
So, I mean, you think that with every show. Fuck, that's far.
Oh, exactly. What's called APW now, they're not far from me now. They're about half an hour, that's great. I love that.
Is they're the guys out near Hastings?
They're Cranbourne.
Oh, right.
Cranbourne. Yeah. And then that company I was telling you before that folded last year, they were doing shows in Rosebud. That's where I work, actually. So that was nice and close. It was like, not half an hour, but the other way. And then they were doing shows in Mornington, which is 15 minutes away from me. So, yeah.
A guy I worked with mentioned that he was watching Mornington wrestling events with his kids. And
Yeah. It most likely would have been the ones I was on.
Yeah, probably.
Is that the Masonic Centre in Mornington with Stonemason?
Were you ever approached to join the Stonemasons?
No, I wasn't.
Would you consider it?
Oh, maybe. I just want to learn their secret handshake and get the ring, and because you get a stonemason's ring and all that.
Apparently, there's 40 degrees of it though, and
I heard that. Yeah, it's crazy. A guy I used to work with, he said when his grandpa passed away, they were him and his family were clearing out the house, and they apparently found a whole stonemasons all the ring and all papers and all this to say he was a stonemason.
Yeah, right.
It was all crazy stuff like that, apparently.
I think the lower tier stonemasons are more just to keep communities in order.
I think so, yeah.
Keep businesses amongst one another, but once you get high tier, that's when you got to start fucking goats and sacrificing babies and shit.
Yeah, all that crazy shit.
I don't know if I'd be down for that. I'll eat a goat, but I certainly won't fuck it.
Nah, definitely not.
I'm all out of questions, man. How long has this been?
I can't even see. I'm gonna say probably only 40 minutes. I reckon we can just spitball. We can go.
What would you have you ever thought about retirement?
I have many times, man. Many times. Unfortunately, with every sport and every hobby, there's downsides. There's always cons. Unfortunately, with every pro, there's always a con, and there's so many in wrestling. Unfortunately, but
From what I can tell is it's usually the day after where all your adrenaline's depleted and you're fucking sore, and it's
that does happen a lot. And I get home because I live so far away. I get home at 1 in the morning, tired, and I'm sore because I've just been slammed on the ground or got hit with a chair or barbed wire and stuff. I'm sore, and then the next day I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can't even go to gym or something like that. And then I come into work and I've got like juice marks on my forehead and that. I don't care about that. And then but anyway, and I guess there's politics as well. That takes a big. Any wrestler will know, as far as I do. Politics is massive in wrestling, as it is in any sport, really.
What aspect of the politics are you speaking about?
Like, I guess the most common one is maybe like people who maybe brown nose maybe get rewarded better than the hard-working people. It's happened to me in the past. It's happened to a lot of people in wrestling.
Yeah.
If you're friends with the promoter, they get the belts and that. Not saying that belts mean anything. I look at it as, I'm lucky enough to even be on the show and to be working. So I take that as my reward. I'm on the show. I'm happy. I'm getting paid. I guess belts are extras. They just, if you do good enough, that the company think they can depend on you. They can think you can be the man, so they put the belt on you.
So these people are earning the strap by, sharing Facebook posts and...
Yeah, exactly. That stuff. And, if you bring this much amount of people, we're going to give you a push. Or if you pack up the ring, you get to, you're going to get pushed when, you should probably get your rookies to do that at least.
When was the last time you packed up a ring?
Probably where was BCW last, because no one gets paid until the ring gets packed up. So fair enough, every wrestler comes out and they pack up the ring.
Yeah,
it's all they've done it right there. They've done it right.
That's so what, most feds don't do that?
Oh, some don't. Like a lot, like some get the rookies to do it, which that's what I probably think should do. But then then the rookies will come up to you. Oh, we're going to a 21st, and then I remember. And then Technico being Technico, I love him, man. Sometimes he can just be the man. He's so savage. Yeah. And then I remember he's just stretching. I remember that. And I had to go to a 21st, so I didn't have to pack up the ring. Oh, no. We actually have a 21st, man. Yeah, I understand that. But you guys need to realise, if you love the business, you love the sport, you need to respect it. You need to pay it dues. You need to pack up the ring. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys that excuse ain't going to fly. Tell them you're going to be late.
Not, yeah. If you go to Japan and that, and you're not helping out. Like when I was there, as soon as I was there, I'm helping the other rookies with the ring out of the truck, and I'm setting it up with everyone else.
How long were you in Japan for?
I was there for about 3 weeks. I wrestled a couple of times there.
Just small indie stuff?
Yeah, look, I wrestled. It was funny. I wrestled for a company called Jersey Pro Wrestling.
Oh, they run out in Japan?
Oh, I think this was just another promotion just called Jersey Pro.
Right.
Yeah, they we had to take a 3-hour train ride to real but fuck nowhere rural farmland Japan.
Yeah.
And they were saying, it's going to be a festival show. Then we went there, and then we got there maybe midday in this little tiny town, and
alright, so you're in buttfuck nowhere, Japan.
Yeah, in this real little farming town.
You don't know? You don't remember the name of the town?
I don't, unfortunately. I can maybe look at my phone if I took any photos.
Yeah, right.
At that point, maybe it might tell me where I was, but I was staying in Ueno, which is just south of Tokyo.
Yeah, I know.
And it was 3 hours north of there.
Okay.
It was just middle of nowhere, and all the rookies and that we set the ring up with, they had all New Japan shirts on. The truck had New Japan on it. The ring part, all the ring crew, like I said, we're rocking the merch, New Japan, and then we found out that the ring was a training ring for them that this company has obviously borrowed. And we set it up, and then it looked like nothing was going on that day because we must have got there really early. And then, as the day started winding up, people were setting up other things, obviously, for this festival and that. And then the promoter takes us to the locker room, which we had to walk down the street. It was down the street, then we went down this alleyway, then we went in this building, and it was 3 or 4 stories up.
Yeah.
And then we're walking through here, and it was Zach Douglas, Gabriel Wolf, and myself, and then the rookies were changing and getting ready in the hallway. They weren't even allowed in the locker room because they was rookies and that. And then
That's amazing.
yeah, I know, I couldn't believe it. And they just let us in the locker room. I guess because we were guests.
Gauge in that gauge in pride, man.
Yeah, we're gauging. Yeah, exactly. And they let us in. We were in the locker room, and the guy who brought us around, he was in there, and some guys, and the winger, he was on the show. If you know, winger.
Yeah.
Best of the best one winner, and I guess BJW alumni.
That's amazing.
There's more people just rocking up. Couple other people to notice was...
So this festival started to slowly wind out and
it
get
did,
kicking.
yeah. And the show was supposed to start, like the wrestling show was supposed to start, I'm going to say at like 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock-ish, and it was pissing down with rain, just rain everywhere, and we're like, yeah, I don't think there's going to be no wrestling. But no, and there was like hundreds of people sitting down because they had chairs around the ring that were sitting and waiting. And they sat maybe like a good hour and a half in the rain just waiting for their show because they just, that respectful and they wanted to see the wrestling. And then
that's awesome.
The show got delayed many, many times. It's supposed to go out there at 6 o'clock. We get out there about like 8. The show starts at like 8. I'm out there probably 8:30, nearly 9 o'clock. Just still pissing down with rain.
So there's no cover at all. It's just out in the open.
Yeah, out in the open. And like, no big deal. And the promoter's just like, he's like, no running the ropes because he reckons you slip and like break your ankle if you're going to run the ropes.
Yeah.
Top rope, and I'm like, oh, what are we going to do?
Fuck me, man. Just chain.
And then every time. Oh, I forgot to say, Fujiwara was there. The guy like invented the Fujiwara. He was just there. And as soon as he walked in, everyone just like paid attention. They bowed, and then he came up to us. We shook his hand. We bowed, and he was very respectful, really nice guy. Where you guys from? And spoke very little English. And then every so on, he would walk up to the window. He'd look out, and he'd see just pissing down. And he'd be like, "Oh fuck!" And then it's my turn to go out and wrestle. It's still pissing down with rain, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, I shouldn't get that wet. My match isn't that long. It's only like maybe 7-8 minutes, and maybe I can just dodge the rain, maybe. And then, no, I had that wrong. By the time I got to I was stoked. It was ridiculous because, like I said, the locker room was in a building down the road, so it was probably like a couple 100 meters. So I'm out in the alleyway. They call me out. My music plays. I'm walking, and I haven't tied my kick pads up yet because I didn't want to get them drenched. And I'm just walking in the street, and then like my mat flexors are just already filled with water because we got hit with like the worst storm. And then got in the ring, and I was all soaked already, and I hadn't even locked up with the guy yet.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, and they did. It was really cool. It was one hell of an experience, just like in the ring, and we had the geisha girls. They handed us a bouquet of flowers, and then do the introduction. It's kind of like Pride, watching like Pride, and then just locked up and wrestle. And then I remember they were like saying all this stuff: don't do dives, don't do stuff off the top rope. And then the pre-show was the rookies changing in the hallway. They I was watching their match, and there was like some 6-man tag they had, and one of them did a dive. I'm like, no, that means I got to do a dive. Do one. And I stupidly was on the I just did a real half-ass like moonsault off the apron, so like goes to sweep the legs, soul butt, and then just moonsault, and then there's no mat, so I bounced off the guy, just splat right on the tarmac. That was good fun. Damn. Yeah, and
did
then
the crowd go mild?
Oh, it was that typical Japan stuff, like ooh.
Yeah.
Very light clapping, and then you'll do a transition, and then into something, and then oh,
that's so good, man.
Yeah, it's so good. And then Zach went off the top rope, even though we were like no top ropes. He tried doing. He got up, he landed on his ass because it was just that wet and ridiculous, and then there's stuff like that, and then finished the match, and it was great. Great experience. And
when I was there, man, I found that there was one independent show that I watched that really blew me away, man.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. It was like an all-female promotion.
Oh, okay.
And there wasn't much of a crowd, and it was out in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere as well, like you're explaining.
Yeah.
But man, it was good. It's so good that like you can go to any country and these independent wrestling vibes, they're all similar.
Yeah, oh, it is, and even though it's English, it's all very same. I guess like the respect is there, and the love for the sport is, and all that.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's a bit different in Japan culturally. I feel
a whole different thing. Like, every time, like, you know, I say, oh, I went to Japan and wrestled. They say what it's like. I'd always say, oh yeah, I wrestled for this other company I wrestled for, called Exit Underground, and it was very much like when Inoki started his own wrestling promotion. It was, you know, like but it was like a worked shoot.
Okay.
Kind of promotion, yeah. Like if you watch it there, like, you know, Josh Barnett was big over there,
right?
In Inoki's promotion, and
Wait, did Josh Barnett die?
Nah.
Oh, I was gonna say rest in peace, but
nah. Josh Barnett's
he's got fucking hasn't he got like HIV or something?
Nah.
No, he tested positive for steroids.
I was gonna say USADA got him last year. USADA, it was like his fourth time he's been busted. Yeah, legit. First 2001, 2002, 2009, and 2016.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Rest in peace his career though, because he's like 39, coming back.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Man. He used to kill it, but yeah. Rest in peace. Josh Barnett's career.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Like he was big in Inoki's promotion, and they had all these other crossover from MMA to do his work.
Oh, man.
And this promotion, Exit Underground, was very much like that. It was like a worked kind of shoot thing, and the only way to win was by submission or knockout. There was no pinfalls at all. Yeah, and we worked this show. It was near Tokyo. It was in one of the outer skirts cities. It was just in this bar. We went in this bar, and then it was very, very like backyard wrestling.
Was it underground?
Yeah, it was.
A lot of their
like,
bars are, huh?
Yeah, it was. The bar was in a subway, so you just got off the subway and you didn't even get into the surface yet. You just walked into this bar, and that's where the show was.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, there was no ring. There was just mats, and then they had chains, like hanging from the ceiling and surrounding the mat area. So that was like, you know, the bounds area. You couldn't go outside the chains.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was something very different. It was like it was kind of like it wasn't anything like wrestling, but it was. If you could wrap your head around that. But,
yeah, right.
Yeah, like I said, there was chains hanging from the ceiling and surrounding the mats and that, and no pinfalls, only win by knockout submission. And I was just there, and they like just entered me into like the heavyweight championship Grand Prix kind of tournament they had going.
Fuck.
Which they had so there was only 4 people in it. There was only 4 people in this Grand Prix tournament. You know, you win your first match, you go into finals in the main event. You fight for the vacant title, which was made out of wood. It was a really cool looking belt, but it was weird because it was made out of wood, and the faceplate was like a samurai. It was a really cool belt, and it was me, Gabriel Wolf, Zach Douglas, and a fellow who wrestles out of Florida now by the name of Classic Kid.
Were you ever wondering, like, why the fuck is this belt vacated? Like, did he die?
Yeah, I was, but I don't know the story because, you know, a lot of people don't speak English over there. And it was, what was cool about it was they were saying whoever wins this will be the 29th underground champ. So they've had, you know, prestigious record of this belt going around everywhere, and it's been around the world.
It's sick, man.
Defended in like Nepal, I remember they were saying. Because I think they had Exit Underground had connections over there, and they're big on wrestling up there apparently.
So how the hell did you catch wind of this underground thing?
Yeah, well, I got all my connections. I'm gonna move down the other end of the house.
Fuck it, yeah. Let's just power through
it. Yeah, any better?
Yeah, you've got a bit of an echo now, but it's fine.
No, I'm right next to the router.
Yeah,
now, so
I might go lay next to mine.
Yeah, this is how we do it.
Give myself cancer.
Yeah, me too.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're talking about Exit Underground, Nepal.
Yeah, you
how
got this
did I
prestige title that's
Yeah.
toured the world.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, and I could be, I could be the 29th underground champion. I could walk out with that belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wrestled Wolf in the first round, and then I just tapped out to the crossface, and then he went on to the finals, and then
Did you say crossface?
Yeah.
Chris Benoit, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
11 years.
So you didn't even get one match in. You got tapped out.
Yeah, I first round.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I did double duty that night. I worked in a tag match with the promoter. I tagged with him, and then it was me and him versus Zach Douglas and one of their wrestlers, who he went on to become like 2-time underground heavyweight champion. And yeah, worked him in a tag, and then there came a time where we were coming to strike off in that, and I gave him a nice snug forearm because I'm expecting something back. I'm like, yeah. I get blasted with this just open palm strike to the face.
Woo!
And I was like, oh, what
Japan
the
style.
hell was that? Yeah.
Welcome to Japan, baby.
Yeah, that was welcome to Japan, bitch. And then I'm like, split second, just thought, I got to give it back to him. So I just wound up getting the biggest, I've never hit someone that hard before. Just smacked him right in the face. My hand was aching after, and then not even a second later, he's already hit me with another one. And then I'm in that same situation. What do? So I slapped him again, and he's slapping me a split second later. Bang, 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 bang. Then it came to a time where we both paused, and then I just bang, 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 hit him maybe 10 times.
Was the crowd just going off their tits?
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, just jumped up and Zaguried him, doubled down. And then we worked, some submissions, and then they, like I said, they were popping for all the escapes and that.
Yeah.
If you touch the chain, it was like a hip escape and all that.
So the chains, they're touching the ground, are they?
Yeah, there's some that are touching the ground. There's some that are hanging from the ceiling, and then there's surrounding as well. So you had to step over the chains to get into the fighting area. Yeah.
You got to find a fucking picture of this, man. It sounds amazing.
I'll link you on. While I find that, yeah, and I remember during the intermission they had a stripper, it was just I guess doing the halftime shows, and she had a luchador mask on. She was, but anyway, talking wrestling related now.
She was one of the dude's girls, or they paid her to just strip?
I think she was just paid her to strip, really.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, then after the show ended, so Gabriel Wolf won. He's the 29th underground champion, and then he went on that again. I think then became the 32nd after that. Yeah, he won it. He won it at NAW last year or the year before. Might have even been. But yeah, it's come down here to NAW. The promoter came down early last year and defended it.
So he just tours the world.
Yeah.
Turns up at a country, throws his belt on the ground, and he's like, "Come on, guys, fight for this."
Yeah, fight for it. Yeah,
fight for the fucking wooden belt.
Yeah, the wooden one. Yeah.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah. No, it was like nothing else really. Nothing I've really experienced, and it was great. I'd do it again. Hell yeah. It was great. Japan's just that good. And then the thing after the show was when the show was done, they packed up everything, and then they moved the chairs where we just fought, and that just became the bar. There was a bar again, and then
so everyone hung around and got pissed.
Yeah. We hung around after, and then the promoter was saying, there was a fan that wanted to see us and meet us, and we went out, and then there's just a normal guy, and he was he spoke a bit of English. He was thanks very much for the show. I enjoyed it. And he's like, can you guys eat with me? And we said, yeah, no. So we sat down with him in the bar that we just fought in, and he's like, anything you see on here you can have, and we're thinking, oh great, yeah, eating some food, and we're talking, we're just thanking him for coming to the show, enjoying it, and he's just like, oh, whenever I can come down and watch. And he had a couple friends with him, and they didn't speak that much English, but they loved it as well. And then after some amount of time we were talking, and that he just got up and bowed to all of us, said thank you very much, and gave us all $100 tip.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
nice,
I couldn't believe it. Just the respect and that. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, and it was good for me. That was like the last couple of days. I spent it all on like food, so that was great. That lasted days I was there.
It's actually it can be quite expensive, Japan.
Oh, it is very much. Yeah.
I don't know if I should really say this, but I spent a lot of time just stealing food over there.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a piece of shit like that.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
The way I see it, man, 7-Eleven's got that sort of money where they can fund my theft sprees.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't blame you there. I know, bloody expensive everything there.
Like even staying in a coffin hotel will set you back like $100 a night.
Yeah, I know the hostel. That's what Mad Dog does. He stays in the hostels.
I bumped into him when I was there last, man.
No way.
I'm cruising around looking for hostels. I walk in the door, Mad Dog's coming out. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? What's cracking? Like, he doesn't know me from a bar of soap, but...
Yeah, okay.
I'm chatting to him, and he's going to see Big Japan the next day,
Yeah.
Bumped into him there as well.
I'd pay to see you versus him. Death match.
I don't know if I could wrestle anymore, man.
No, one last time. You gotta.
I mean, I've got it in me, but I don't have the whole pro wrestling etiquette behind me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't suplex with a specific arm. I just throw bodies to the floor,
Yeah.
Take a few punches, give a few.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I mean, I've spoken to you about this deathmatch tournament idea. I'd like to kick off.
Yeah, that'd be mad as if you could get it off the ground.
Everything's good. The only fuck part is trying to find a venue.
Yeah.
If I can get that, man, it's go time.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I know Mad Dog ran one out of his work. He ran a deathmatch show out of his work.
Right.
Yeah. Which he just works in a lumber yard, and that's where they had it.
Shit, man, that sounds gangster.
Yeah. And and it was like him and Vixen versus Rollins, who's Australian Suicide now in Kellyanne.
Okay.
That's some crazy shit. Like by the end of the match, they were like in a massive ball of barbed wire, a la Born to Be Wired '97. Yeah, and then they had like fire, and they remember Mad Dog done a flaming roaring elbow.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's got to be the worst, the most painful thing in wrestling is fire.
Yeah.
It's fucking excruciating, man.
Yeah. Or maybe if you're getting burned, like if you go for a flame table and the thing's still going on you, that'd suck.
But I mean, that's the shit thing with fire. Like if it goes out and everyone's safe, it's not worth watching.
Yeah, it's not. But man, and you say that's exactly happened. I've done a match, and that's exactly what happened. Like the table broke.
Yeah.
In the leg broke, just the leg. So we couldn't set it up, and the finish of the match was just going to be just a power bomb through the table being set up on fire.
Yeah.
So the legs fucked on it. We're like, shit, it's the only leg we had. And I remember we had a conversation with the ref, and he's just like, oh, just drape it in the corner, and you're going to have to do the power, but the finish through, like it draped in the corner, and then I was the one that threw all the fluid on. I put as much as I thought, this should be enough to stay burning.
Yeah.
Time for the guy to low blow me, the table lit, and then I'm going to get like razor edged through the table. Fire.
Woo.
But for some stupid reason, the guy who I was working, he lit fire. It should have been the referee. Because I went to go German him through the thing, low blow. So he's low blowed me. We both go down. Then he's crawled the table, lit it, then he's had to stand up with me, then power me up, then power bomb. So like if the ref just did it, we could have got ready, ref lit it, I would have threw it on fire, but instead he lit it, we stood up, he's he's just got me up, and when he threw, I swear, there was a couple still little baby flames on it, but it was so pointless. I felt like the biggest piece of shit. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
I think the biggest piece of shit in this story is the referee.
Oh, maybe, yeah. But no, I think it was the guy who did it. He should just given the light to the referee himself.
Oh, right.
Because, like I said, the guy who powerbombed me he just did it himself. He lit the fire himself, and then we wasted so much time standing up and then getting in the move.
Yeah. Probably just nervous, huh?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I can't see how you'd be nervous. He's not going through the table. It's on fire, but yeah.
Oh, man. I think this is plenty, man. Like, you're super choppy, and
yeah, okay.
I don't want you to waste your time, dude.
I'm not wasting time at all.
No, I mean, like, that fucking fire story, I don't think... I missed so many key points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's my internet. I've got to sit down with my internet provider and get maximum speeds.
Yeah, okay. Who you with?
iNet.
iNet, okay, yeah.
It's just, like, where I live, at certain times of the day, it ends up real choppy and shithouse.
Yeah, I get you.
It's a shame, man, but I mean, this is fun, dude.
This is great, yeah.
Fucking, we'll do it again one day.
Oh, definitely.
This is just test 2.
Yeah.
You're the second interview, man.
Yeah. Thanks very much for having me. I had a great time, and only get better.
Yeah. Wish me luck, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I'll be here for you, man.
Yeah, cheers, man. Hopefully, I mean, if there's any edits you want, let me know. I'll send you a rough cut.
Yeah, too easy. If you want to do this again, yeah.
Definitely, dude. If you can handle listening to your own voice.
Nah, that's fine, man.
I don't think Dennis could cut it, man. He hates himself.
Yeah, man, that's me.
That's everyone, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I sound so different, like, on camera than life anyway, so I've known that my whole life.
Yeah, that's just life, man. Everyone's the same.
Oh, it is.
All right, man. Thanks for your time, dude.
Bro. No worries. No, thanks for having me. Had a great time.
Have a good weekend, eh?
You too, mate. Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Take care.
All right, we're gonna end on this. Peace.
I'm gonna stop recording anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
And we're out.
I'm hanging on to a mighty big shit, man.
Yeah, I just done a big fart before it was bad.
This one's working through my bowels.
Ooh.
So hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I did. I'm not the best interviewer. I never claimed to be. I'm working on it every time. You've tuned into the 666 Shit Talk podcast. I am your host, Niven, aka Dump My Corpse. This is the outro. This is a very poorly edited podcast. I'm not sure whether you skipped to the end, listened to it just for Cody, or are hoping that I will face reveal and show you my dick. Who knows? I don't know what's in your mind. Why don't you tell me what's in your mind in the comments below after you hit that motherfucking like button? After you hit that motherfucking subscribe button? Do it! Do it now. What are you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? I want to thank you all for supporting me on doing this. I want to thank everyone that's given me positive words of encouragement. I've known you some of you for a week. And you guys are really supporting me, which is what I really need. I really need that. Or I will just fucking give up. I realize some of you want me to be the voice of reason. I'm kind of dumb, so don't expect too much. Next podcast, I would like to get someone else on via Discord. I would really like to set this up as a talkback radio show, as that's what I enjoy listening to. So, it's good to stick to what makes you interested as an artist, I won't call myself a comedian. I dabbled in it. I didn't excel at it. I don't think you should call yourself a comedian until you've done at least 3 paid gigs. But, I have high values in making folk laugh. None of what I'm saying is meant to be aggressive or, in an attacking manner. So don't take it that way. I'm very sorry if you do. If you do, smash that fucking like button and leave a comment whinging about what I've done to trigger you. That's the only way this is gonna work. It's the only way you're gonna float through life happily is if you tell me your issues and your concerns in the comments below. If you just close this video and continue on with your life, who knows what else I will say. Maybe I'll start World War III. If you don't put a stop to it by leaving a comment below, you are responsible for World War III. So, hit me with your concerns. Hit me with your rhythm stick. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me slow, but hit me quick. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me in the comments, bitch. Hit me. Hit me. Hit that fucking subscribe button. Hit me. Hit me. Yee. Thanks, guys. You've listened to the 666 Shit Talk podcast. I feel like I have nothing left to say. I just want to edit this up and get it out there. I'm too excited. Let me know what format I should stick to. Should it be 1 hour, 2 hours? Should I keep the interview separate? Should I just waffle on for an hour? Should I only do this if I have a guest to talk to? Should I do this live stream? Should I fucking do this outdoors in a park? Should I only live stream fist fights against the homeless? What the fuck should I do? I feel like I can talk my way out of a brown paper bag, but not into the podcast market. Help me.